China, we started taking like algebra, geometry in first grade, so I know a lot just because of that.
Because of what your background is?
Just because I learned a lot. You
know. Okay. Are you passionate about math? Are you taking it or leaving it? Neutral. Okay. Well, what is something that you're passionate about? That really just gets you excited?
I would say design. Yeah.
Design. Okay. What type of design?
Like handcraft and figure building.
What building, sorry?
Figure building.
What is that?
Figure building.
Figure building. I'm sorry. Okay, so that's interesting. Okay, so you're interested in computer modeling and that kind of stuff. Are you good at programming?
I'm still learning.
You're still learning. Okay. So the thing is when it comes to your programming, you will become an expert one day, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Very good. So what did you put as your subject matter that you think you're quite a bit about? What did you write down? Yeah, you wrote something down.
Discord bots.
This man wrote something down. He doesn't
Discord
managing websites. Basically, Discord bots are basically programs that are used on Discord that makes every user's life easier.
In what way? How will it make my life easier?
It makes doing a lot of things easier, and it adds extra utility.
Okay.
And because a lot of people don't know how to actually use Discord bots, and especially because a lot of people ask me to build servers with them because they don't.
Wow, that's how old are you?
Not.
How old are you? How old are you, dude?
I'm 17.
17, and you know how to build servers?
Not that kind of server.
Okay. Or maybe I'm misunderstanding.
It's
okay. No, but that's impressive to me. He's an expert, man.
The server is like a community of people that people can join.
Okay.
And if a bot is built wrongly, it can be used for malicious purposes.
Gotcha. Oh, so bot. Okay. I was like, a bot? See, that's a generational thing that you can teach me essentially how it works. But I know what a bot. I now understand a little bit what you're talking about. So, your name again? William. So is William an expert on this? Do you think? I'm not picking on you, but the way you sort of described it, would you go, hey, yeah, William really knows what he's talking about? Yeah. Could he have a bit more confidence with that? Yeah. Okay, and I'm not picking on you, but so with public speaking, with creating a communication, whatever, you don't want to hesitate or whatever. You convey that information and boom, there it is. And so that's kind of what I think my job is going to be here, coming on, is to give you that sense of, I am an expert. I know what I'm doing. What did you have, sir? What's your name?
My name is Ryan.
Ryan. Okay.
So I put a few, but I think Mr. Rollins' one I'd say is like video editing.
Video editing. Okay. So I went to film school, believe it or not, and so I was terrible at editing. I was good on being on production on set and those things. I'm really good at pre-production and that kind of stuff. But when it came to the technical stuff, I was okay, but it wasn't great. So what type of videos do you like to work on?
I mean, I started video editing because of school projects. Like, you do a video project. But then I got kind of interested in it. That was pretty cool. And I mean, I don't really have anything fixed on right now, but anything is cool though.
Okay, gotcha. So I would say he's an expert in training with this. I would say he has, his. It's one of those things where we talk about fake it till you make it. At the same time, you guys really have knowledge to share. For someone like myself, you really, really do. So excellent, guys. Very, very good. And did I get everybody?
Jessica.
Yeah, Jessica. Okay, Jessica. Jessica, what did you say?
Art.
Art. What type of art?
Everything, like painting.
Well, what's your favorite thing to work on?
I paint a lot.
You paint, okay. Acrylics or? Okay. And what type of subject matter?
Mostly landscape.
Interesting. Okay, cool. I actually went to the Broad yesterday. And had a great time there. I hadn't been there yet, so it was really cool to see those sort of things. Okay, very good. Now let me tell you. Okay, so the second question I put in there What is a subject your parents and friends know quite a bit about, and what do you know by being around them? Now, if it's a particular subject, so let me give you an example of this. My wife, she's a PhD student, and she is getting her PhD in psychology with an emphasis on management evaluation. And what that means is that, like, if an organization or a business is having a rough time, they hire her to come in and fix it, essentially. So there are a lot of different aspects of that. And just simply being around her, I've learned a lot about her field. I don't completely understand a lot of it. It's pretty complex. But, by being around certain folks, you learn things regardless because they're an expert. So, the second question, what did you say? What do you know about based on what other people are doing, would you say? Like, what do your parents do? The business, what type of business is it? Oh, sorry, what?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure? Okay. Well, how about you? What did you do for number 2?
I actually don't really know about them because I don't really focus on what they do.
Well, yeah, but it doesn't have to be necessarily your parents. So the people that you're around, who do you associate with other than people your age?
My brother.
A brother? Okay. So what is your brother into? Basketball. So do you know things about basketball, how the game is played?
Yeah.
Okay, so you learn, would you say your brother is an expert at basketball? And be nice. Yes, okay, so he's an expert, right? So you have knowledge of basketball because you've been around an expert. Okay, no, that's a legitimate response. Jessica, what did you say for number 2? What did you gain in terms of knowledge?
I put everything, my parents.
Everything? Okay, that's a little narrow. I mean, not a little, that's a little broad there. But that's okay. So what are the folks that are not your age? What are they into?
So like my parents.
Yeah, you can be your parents, other relatives, maybe friends of your parents.
My dad's into photography. He's really good at it.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. So do you know how photography works in terms of the technical aspects of how to compose a picture?
Because whenever I take pictures, he like criticizes me for it.
Okay. Well, because somebody's being critical is because they have confidence of themselves as an expert. And maybe they're critical, maybe you feel a little bit like, oh, don't be so rough on me, Dad. But they're trying to help you and give their knowledge to you. So because you have that, whether you wanted it or not, guys, sometimes, people give you the knowledge they have, whether you want it or not. I mean, God knows I have been there myself between my parents. My dad, who just turned 78, he's an authority on everything, including what I do for a living. And you're like, and so, when you guys get older and your parents get older, you'll start going, yes, Mom, yes, Dad, okay. Yeah, you know exactly what you're talking about all the time. Yeah, okay, So, but the thing is even though you may feel that way at the time, they really are sharing what they know with you. So, what did you say? Like. Well, that's a little broad. So.
How about philosophy?
Philosophy? Oh, okay, that's interesting. What do you mean by philosophy in terms of how to live your life, or they're like pulling books off the shelf and going, take a look at. How to live your life. And what do they tell you how to live your life? They tell you everything because they're your parents, right?
Yeah.
That's just what parents do. So, okay. So what is a piece of advice that you always get from them, whether you like it or not?
Don't be afraid of failure.
That's good.
Yeah.
Failure is a big teacher, actually, And there's always ups and downs. I still fall on my face occasionally with certain things, but you don't give up. So that's good advice, actually. So do you take that and go, thanks, Mom and Dad, or you're like, oh, Mom, Dad, what is your response?
Sometimes I'm like, yeah, because if I was really upset and they are here to comfort me, I would be like, oh yeah, but
yeah.
if I know it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Yeah. What did you have for number 2?
Well, depends.
Depends? Okay.
Well, if it's my friends, then it's music. If it's my relatives, then it's cooking.
Really?
Yeah.
So you mean in terms of when you cook and they let you know what you got right or what wrong?
No, it's more like I go to my uncle's restaurant and then the second I sit down, he's like, hey, come here, do this. And I'm like,
but don't you have employee? And he's like, no, you're my employee.
Oh, okay. But what have you learned about the restaurant business by that? See, I've worked in the restaurants. I've waited tables.
I haven't learned much about like how to be a server or like how to manage. I just know how to make stuff.
Okay, that's a valuable skill. So what dishes do you have to make?
Like sushi. If that's wrong. And then cooked.
Well, no, that's a skill though.
Okay.
Making sushi's complex, so. Okay, no, but the thing is that they're embarking knowledge because they're a what, guys?
Expert.
They're expert. Yeah, I'm gonna hammer that into your head. So, okay, very, very good. If I skip over you, don't have hurt feelings simply because we need to get back to Mr. J and what he's doing because I'm loud and boisterous and can go on and on. So, so number 3, what is the best and worst things about communicating ideas to a group of people? So I guess maybe one way to translate that is, what do you like most about, like to me, I like coming and talking to a group of folks like yourself. How many of you guys wrote there that you actually like doing something like this? Like for this particular class, did you come here today kicking and screaming, or did you come running into the room? Running in the room? Running? Who came in kicking and screaming? And I'm not going to judge you for that. Okay, yeah. Okay, who came in here running? Let's see a sign of hands. Okay. All right, and if you came in kicking and screaming, that's okay too, guys, because I'm here to embark and communicate these skills to you. And the thing is it's fun. You'll eventually find a place where it's enjoyable. Communicating ideas, etc., I personally enjoy it, and the more you do it, and the better you get at it, it builds your confidence, and you become an expert in that as well. So very good. So number 4, does everybody know what an introvert and an extrovert is? Or anybody not sure?
Well, let me ask you this.
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
So, does it have to do with like how much to interact with other people?
Partly, yes, partly.
Okay.
Partly. Yeah, and I know you're definitely on the right side. So when you say introvert, what does that mean?
You're shy.
Maybe, partly.
Is it more like, it's not that they're shy, it's just they don't care to tell you about their feelings?
It's more like...
You're on the right path, but I don't think that's completely it either. But you're good thinking though. Yeah. Heard somebody over here. Yeah.
They like to spend more time like alone or like with a close friend as opposed to a whole group of people.
Right. So how many of you guys like having a ton of people around you and having a good time all the time?
Let me erase that.
Oh no! Hey, there's no wrong. No, dude. There's no wrong answers here. Okay? There's no wrong answers.
Don't erase.
No.
Just
embrace.
addendum. Addendum. That means add to it.
Yeah.
I would say it depends on the situation. Sometimes like you get annoyed by a group of people.
We always feel really good with our peers.
Yeah.
You know, as you can tell, I'm loud, I'm boisterous, I'm a theater person. So who are my group of folks I like to hang out with?
Other actors.
Other actors, yeah, because we love attention. But you know, and that's just a straight up fact. You know, actors can be kind of vain, etc. But we like to get love and affection from an audience. Like when I see you guys smile and nod, and I'm like, in the back of my mind, I'm like, you know, it's good stuff. So introvert, extrovert. You guys got the basic idea. Now, what am I? Extrovert? Okay. Who might vote the other way? Anybody? You look at
conversation too. That's why I was hesitating to raise my hand.
Yeah. Guys, I mean, the truth of the matter is, I have a persona that I put on for depending on the situation. We all do that. I'm actually an introvert because I need my alone time. After I've been out with a bunch of people, etc., and focus on stuff, a lot of times I'm pretty exhausted. I need to go home, pull out my Nintendo Switch, put the headphones on, and leave the world behind and just blow stuff up. You know, I don't know what kind of video games that you guys are into that, but you know, explosions, car chases, all that kind of stuff. That's my thing. That's my therapy. An extrovert needs people, I would say, more than I do. Now, I like people. A lot of people sometimes will, can attribute an introvert with somebody who's snotty. or elitist. Us introverts, we get that sometimes. And I don't think that that's fair.